Hello. We so rarely think about how lucky we are to live in ordinary houses and apartments. Well, today you will definitely appreciate your place of residence. In this collection we will show you the places when looking at which, it is difficult to believe that people really live there. Let's go. We all love the familiar Venice and admire the most romantic city on the water. But few people know what is on the shores of the Atlantic Ocean in Nigeria. There is a much less romantic analog. Welcome to Makoko. In the past, a fishing village, and now the most real slums that are on the water. Once people came here to earn a little living, and now the population here reaches 200,000 people. However, the lack of a normal sewage system, a large number of motorboats made the water here so dirty that it became almost impossible to engage in fishing. And locals cannot receive normal education and medical care due to the fact that the government does not officially recognize the settlement. Of course, many charitable foundations are trying to fix the problem, but so far the life of the local population is more like survival in a disaster. I want to believe one day it will change. What it is like to live constantly experiencing oxygen starvation. This question will be answered by residents of the city of La Rinconada, located in Peru. The fact is that the city is located at an altitude of more than 5,000 meters and is rightfully considered the highest settlement on our planet. Now about 30,000 people live here, but the state of the population is shocking. But what makes people live in such conditions? Two reasons: hope and gold mines. People come here from all over the country with a desire to get rich quickly. However, due to the policies of local companies, units succeed. Can you believe that about 10,000 monks, nuns and novices live in small houses standing almost on top of each other? This place in Tibet is called Laring Gar, or Buddhist Institute of Five Sciences. It is located at an altitude of 4,000 meters in the mountains, but this did not prevent it from becoming one of the most important points of pilgrimage. Residents go to school every day, engage in spiritual practices, and in the evening they go home. Just think, because someone has to rise to the very top. Speaking of truly unique places, it is impossible not to mention Yanjing. This city is located in Tibet and is considered the narrowest in the world. And not surprisingly, its maximum width is only 400 meters and in some areas barely reaches 40 meters. Despite this size, about 400,000 people live in Yanjing. How is this possible? The secret is that the city extends for as much as 60 kilometers. There are pluses, by the way. Due to the unusual location, there are few cars, which makes the air clean. But still, it's hard to imagine how so many people manage to get along in such a cramped place. Sometimes you drive across the bridge and do not even think that there is a whole residential area under it. For example, a bridge in Manila, Philippines. It's scary to think, but people really have to live in such conditions and even raise children. Lack of basic amenities, complete unsanitary conditions, endless noise from cars. It's their daily fight for life. But the owners of this house neglect not only their comfort, but also inconvenience others. It is actually one of the so-called nail houses in China. The government building a new highway cannot always agree with the owners to move and demolish the building. Then they pave the road around the house and residents are forced to stay inside for days surrounded by the noise of the highway and exhaust gases. And you can't even open the window when you want fresh air. Wind speed of 95 km per hour and waves reaching 7 meters. With such weather conditions, sometimes you have to face residents of the Canadian city of Fort Erie. And although it looks more like a scene from a movie about post-apocalypse, people really have to live here and fight the vagaries of nature with all their might. Do you have thoughts what you see? This is not just some strange dwelling there. This is a real country. All right, the smallest country in the world called Sealand was created on a British sea platform in the last century. Alas, Sealand is not officially recognized as a new state. However, it already has 27 citizens and issues its own currency, stamps and even passports. By the way, you can also try your luck and serve application for citizenship like any other person. We have already seen a state with a population of 27 people. But what about a city with a population of 270 imprisoned in one single building? Yes, this is not just a house but a whole city under one roof. With its own infrastructure and everything necessary for life. It is located in Alaska in a tiny town Whittier. The tunnel through which residents can get out to the nearest settlement works only from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and the direction of movement in it changes every half hour.